Hey everybody, it's Matt here, and today I'm doing another episode of Did I Get What I Ordered? So, this one's going to be a rather interesting one. So I wanted to do an episode, or a general video on the channel, about should you look into and should you rent video games in 2020? Just in general, should you rent video games in 2020? It was going to be 2019, but then it ran into 2020, and I thought, oh, let me try and in this video, we can cover a few different topics, something like GameFly, and also looking into Redbox. Then Redbox actually said, we don't rent games no more. And I sat there and I was like, but I rented a game from you. So just for the purposes of doing that video, so obviously that got pushed out. Then I was like, let me talk about GameFly, right? And then everything happened in the world. And so, yeah, I mean, I still want to do the video, but I rented before everything turned into the general hellscape that we live in right now. So I don't know if it'll be as, the topic will be as important as it was for me a few months prior, and for some of you that how important it would have been. But what matters is that GameFly at the time was having a sale, and I thought that it would be great for an episode of this series because I genuinely did not know what I would be getting. Very much like GameStop, you don't really know what condition you're getting some of the games in. You know that they should be working, so crossing my fingers for that. But I knew three things. I knew that I wanted to get weird games, not all good games, but weird games. And I also wanted to get some that could end up having a box, some that I knew probably wouldn't have a box, and just, I didn't know what condition they'd even come in. Like, if they would come in like a fake box, or if they would come in a cardboard box, I had no idea. So, let's take a look at some of those right now. Hey, don't give me that look. I understand that this might not be the cream of the crop here in gaming, but I wanted to get stuff that was under $25, also from a variety of different systems, just to see like what quality condition some of the carts and discs will come in. Yes, you can see right here that Catwoman says disc only, which is odd, but of course that means without a box manual, of course, and same thing with Astro Boy as well, and Keep His Beat does not say that, so then of course that does beg the question, how is that going to look? So we're definitely going to check that out a little bit later on in the video. And when it comes to the pricing, the Catwoman being $3, Astro Boy being $4, and Keep His Beat being $18, well, let's actually jump to eBay right now and see if those prices are actually worth it. So when it comes to Catwoman, it looks like it's kind of a mixed bag, interestingly enough. Not a lot of them have sold recently, and to be fair, I did buy this in 2019, so I should probably look up some prices from 2019 if I can. But what's interesting, though, is the fact that more recently, it does look like it's a good deal, assuming that the label on the GameFly one is a good label, and of course, the game freaking works, but also the fact that apparently there's a box here, so recently someone purchased Catwoman in box, so good for that person. I guess, but it is interesting that for a few extra dollars, at least if I bought it recently, I could have gotten it in box. Now again, let's remember, I don't care. It's just interesting to look up. Now when it comes to Astro Boy, interestingly enough, we can actually see the version of Astro Boy that I wanted to get. I actually got them mixed up. I didn't realize that the one from Sega was the one that I wanted to get, and the other one is actually based off of the movie that I've never seen. Now, interestingly enough, for $4, it actually does seem like I got a quote-unquote good deal, if you will, but at the same time, though, I could have just, for maybe $6 to $8 extra. Man, there's a lot of the other one, the one that actually looked really good that's been sold recently, and I can see why. From what I remember, it was actually really good. So again, even if this game works, it really wasn't the best deal. But again, I got it just because it was a quick sale, and I wanted to see if it was that good. But to be fair, I actually have to see the film first, the tie-in film that they made for that. I can't believe they actually made a US tie-in film and then a video game for Astro Boy in the 2000s. It's crazy to think about. Wow. So again, this one wasn't really the best deal. Okay, so Akiba's Beat does seem like I actually made out well, again if the case is in good condition and if the game actually works. It's fluctuating, some a little under, some a little over, but also again to be noted, of course, that this was a bit more recent in some of these sales, but I have to say though, if the game is also, I should know, maybe the game is also good. While the other two I have my doubts. In this case, this game might actually be pretty good, so either way, it does seem like in this case I actually did pretty well. So as you can see in front of me, we actually have the GameFly envelope. Now, funnily enough, I didn't know what game was in here. And the reason why is because when you rent a game from GameFly or buy a game, you don't know what they're sending you. Yes, you know the game and what it should be, but if you have a mass order, you can actually see I'm checking out the dimensions right now because I'm wondering if it's disc-only Astro Boy or quote-unquote disc-only Catwoman. So, of course, it says open there. It's all the same envelope whether or not you rent or you buy. So, I mean, hey, you know what? Let's see what it is, shall we? Great. I did great. So to save you the monotony of seeing me open this thing up, let's actually cut to a later part of the video. So I took this cardboard insert out of there, and let's see what this is. Okay, so it feels like it's a Game Boy Advance game, and yes, it is Catwoman. So let's take out Catwoman, and oh, huh. The quality of this label is better than I thought. Yeah, there's some little imperfections here and there, a little smudging, but I thought there wouldn't even be a label. The contacts, just from looking at them, look good. It says Nintendo on the back because, thank goodness, I was so worried that they were making Catwoman repros. And, oh god, it would be awful, wouldn't it, if this was just not the real edition of Catwoman. Could you imagine? So by process of elimination, the second one should be Astro Boy. And the reason why is because Akiba's Beat, it said it came in a box, and this definitely does not seem like a box. This seems like, just like before, we're going to get a sleeve of some kind. And let's see, pulling this out. We do have another cardboard insert again. It's the same cardboard inserts no matter what you get. And, oh, there it is, Astro Boy the Atom. So let's actually take the disc out and we're gonna see what fresh hell may come from this. Okay. The front does not look too bad. Well, maybe that little scratch is worrisome, to say the least. I don't know if that's part of the picture or if that's actual grime up there. Overall, though, there's little stuff. Little nicks other than that one scratch. But on the back, oh god, on the back. Is that because it went through a cleaner? Or is that just painful? I think you can see me a little bit there. Hi. This does, ooh, this is frightening. This is what $4 will get you. I do not like this. Hello. Hi, old me. How you doing? This is very frustrating. This game might not work. I may have wasted a couple bucks. Well, that's going to be great. And if the game does work, with the quality of this game, I might have wasted a couple bucks. So we're gonna find out later. So I kind of screwed the pooch on this one. I actually don't have footage of me taking Akiba's Beat out of the box, but thankfully this is how the game came. So they weren't lying when they said that this was not disc only. There's a little thing, like a little dent or something in the front there, but other than that, the box itself looks pretty good. Honestly, I'm shocked. That's pretty cool. It looks, by the way, just by looking at the box art, it's given me a lot of Shin Megami Tensei kind of vibes, very Persona-esque. And opening this thing up, I'm actually surprised that we have a full color manual. Not only did I not expect that coming from a PS4 game, I didn't think we'd get that from a game from GameFly. It's actually very interesting. Did I say GameStop before, by the way? Tell me down below, future me in editing, tell me down below if, on the video, if I said GameFly or GameStop before. But in all seriousness, I'm shocked that I have a full, seemingly untouched, that's quite odd, manual, very Boogie Pop Phantom. Ooh, and a reversible cover as well there. And the disc itself, though, I'm quite concerned, not gonna lie. Everything's going too well right now. So looking at the back, hello, you're gonna notice that there's some dust. That's actually my fault. So the dust, all this dust, geez, I gotta take a wet cloth to this. That's on me. But some of the scratches, though, are not on me. So I did accidentally leave this out for longer than I should have. So again, my fault. But some of the scratches, that might be a problem when trying to play this. Alright, so let's take a look at Catwoman first. I'm using my Retron 5 to record the video. Now, this is odd. A lot of language options. Not that there shouldn't be, but usually those are reserved for PAL editions of stuff. So Game Boy Advance being region free, it wouldn't try to not let me play the game if it was the PAL version. I've just never seen an NTSC version have all of those different language options. That's interesting. So, let's actually skip all of this. Let's go to some... Ooh, actually, let's not skip all of this right now, because that actually looks pretty good. Oh no. Is this a good game in disguise? Have you all been hiding this from me? So this is the opening cutscene for the game. This looks good? That's weird. You know, I've actually never seen the movie. I've heard that I shouldn't. Oop, okay. Huh. This doesn't actually look so bad. That's odd. I admit I'm quite confused. I'll admit. So yeah, it's weird. You have to collect these things that allow you to... they seem to be like rubies or sapphires, just jewelry and whatnot. I mean, she's a thief. That makes sense. But either way, this game works. I guess that's what matters here. Although I have to say these cutscenes are quite odd, especially because of the fact that they clearly couldn't get Halle Berry's likeness. I believe it was Halle Berry in that movie, right? But either way, they couldn't get her likeness, so yeah. Either way, though, again, like I said before, the game works, so hooray! So trying out Astro Boy, you can see that the game actually does work, interestingly enough. Curious, though, if it's going to freeze at some point or another. Also want to mention as well that the reason why I'm recording it this way instead of with the camera pointing at the actual television is because it's actually a lot easier this way. So I just had to skip a cutscene from the movie, didn't want to get copyright stricken over that. I still do have to see the film, as I said before, so I'm actually curious. What's interesting about this game, though, is that it actually switches in perspective. We're going to see that soon. I'm just sliding like it's Crash Bandicoot. The game is not what I expected because, again, I got confused, like I mentioned before, with the other, in my opinion, more superior game on the PlayStation 2. But either way, is what it is. And I'm actually getting a great conversation out of these two BB-8 droid models, clearly. They're doing great. They're talking about, they're saying, it's a living. And they're basically telling me, they're like, fly, you can fly. And the scary thing about all this is they don't know that I'm a robot. They think that I'm a human child. But thank goodness that I actually am a robot who could fly. Those two are actually monsters. And it's awful what they're doing. That's not terrifying at all. They did not have look of abject horror on their face. But seriously though, this actually becomes a shooter? Like a shoot 'em up? I said a shooter. Becomes a shoot 'em up, which is weird because this is not the whole game by any means. The game's actually a platformer that I don't enjoy. But I actually really enjoy this part of the game, so that's so odd. I give them some credit for switching between both. Like, that's actually really cool. That's just so interesting to be flying around as Astro Boy. I did not expect this when I bought this game for, a couple bucks. This is the part that I didn't like. But you know what? Hey, it's a working game and that's what matters. So I didn't waste money, technically. So as you can see, Akiba's Beat does load on the menu, but let's see if the game actually works. The game actually works. So, as I mentioned before, this game, and especially this cutscene, definitely gives me some very Shin Megami Tensei / Persona, and also Digimon Digital Devil, oh my god, Digimon Digital Story Cyber Sleuth. But either way, let's skip that and actually cut to some gameplay. Okay, there's some more cutscenes and exposition. I said that I wanted to cut to some more gameplay. And there we have it. Also Kingdom Hearts vibes now, apparently. Huh, interesting. This is game. Oh man, I'm gonna get murdered. Oh, look at me getting murdered. So yeah, this game is not terrible. I don't know much about it yet. I'm in this kind of weird tutorial play phase here, so just find some digital monsters in a digital world, but it's not Digimon, and it's definitely not devil monsters or anything like that. But all jokes aside, I did buy this game for a reason. It looked like an interesting game, so perhaps sometime this year, yes, I have to broaden the schedule a bit, but sometime this year, maybe this game appears either on our Game Time channel as a review, and I'll really get to take a look at what this game is really all about. So let's jump back to me in front of the shelf. I feel like you're really judging my choice in games right now. And you know what? That's okay, because what matters is A, did you like the video? B, why do I use my thumb as a 1 instead of my index finger? And C is that if you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, you can still like and subscribe, by the way. That's okay. It's fine if you do. But what also matters as well is that if you have any memories of these games, either nostalgic retro memories or just ones from a few years prior, like with Akiba's Beat, comment down below. Tell me what you think about all of those games. And also, if you have any experiences with GameFly, because I still want to do a video on GameFly in the future, but I have no idea where or how to fit it in really with everything that's on the docket. So yes, thank you all so much. Love you all, and take care. Tune in next time for another episode of Did I Get What I Ordered? All right, everybody. So see ya.